Hi boys and girls. So by now you will have watched the videos on repeated addition and arrays, and you will have built your own multiplication bead board. It will look something like this, but you're using fabric that'll be easy to roll and keep away when you're not using it. Make sure that you have your numbers going across the top, 1 through 10. And that you have made little cards that have numbers on them. And that you made a round disc that is red. And that you have red beads. I had said that you could crumble up some red construction paper and just make it into little balls, or you could use popcorn kernels and paint them red, or you could, even if you have red beads at home, you could use those. Get creative when we're making these materials, and just use what you have. Okay, so we're going to start. We know that in multiplication we have, and actually most of you had this lesson last year, so this is a review for you, but we like to start the year with a little bit of review because we know that over the summer it's easy to forget how to use certain materials. When we're working with multiplication, we have factors. So I'm just going to write down a sample problem here. I'm going to do 3 times 7 equals. So our two factors in this problem are 3 and 7. So I'm going to label them. I'm going to write factor above the 3, and I'm going to write factor above the 7. I wonder if anybody remembers what we call the answer in a multiplication problem. It starts with a P, has a special name. I bet you some of you do remember. It's called the product. So we are going to multiply our factors to find our product using this multiplication bead board. Okay? So first, our first factor is 3. So we are going to mark that on our board. We're going to go over to the 3. 1, 2, 3. And our next factor is 7. And we're going to find 7 in our cards that we made. And this multiplication board has a little thing where I can slip it in. You guys can just lay it on the side. So I know that unless you happen to have a multiplication bead board at home, you can use that as well. Okay, so we have 3 times 7. Let me hold this up so that you can see how we have started our problem. 3 times 7. So we're going to start building 3 7 times. Now, if you remember from the video that you watched, that's repeated addition. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3 plus 1, 2, 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. How do I know when to stop? Does anybody remember from last year? We have to make sure that we only built 3. How many times? 7 times. Let's see if we did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I wonder what 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 is. I happen to know, because I've memorized my multiplication tables, that 3 7 times gives me the product of 21. If you do not know that, then you should add, you can skip count by threes, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, until you get to 21. Or you can simply count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So this is the easy part. The challenging part is all the stuff that you need to write down to show me that you understand that you just built an array and how this works. So we had 3 times 7, and we know that the product is 21. So that's the first thing you're going to write down. $21. Okay, next we're going to flip that around. I wonder if we could do repeated addition the opposite, because we know from last year that the opposite is always true. That's called an inverse operation. So if we have 3 times 7 equals 21, then that means, that 7 times 3 must equal 21. Let's test that out. 7 plus 7 is 14, plus 7 is 21. Oh, so we repeatedly added 7 3 times, and we ended up with 21. So 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals 21. So I'm going to write 7 times 3, those are my factors, equals 21. So far you will have 2 multiplication problems written down. Okay? Now we go to the repeated addition. We're going to go back with 3 as our first factor. So we added 3 together repeatedly 7 times. So I'm going to write that down. 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. Plus 3 equals, you got it, 21. So now we need to write our other repeated addition problem that we just discussed, which was what? That's right, 7 plus 7 plus 7. So I'm going to write 7 plus 7 plus 7 equals 21. And the last step is to draw your array and label it. So I'm going to use the lines on my paper to help me line up my dots. 1, 2, 3, because I know that it was 3 going across. Now I'm just drawing little balls. You can draw stars, circles, squares, whatever symbol you want. Let's see if I did 3 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I did. So I'm going to label the top of my array, which is 3, and the side of my array, which is 7. So when you are doing this work, this is everything that's written down for 3 times 7. Okay? So that's why on the assignment I said that you only have to do 5, because it's a lot of recording. It's a lot of work. But you're also learning so many different skills with this one work. It's one of my favorites. So this time you will be working with the 2's tables, and you will do 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, 2 times 4, and 2 times 5. Okay? Thanks, guys.